It's the early 90s, and Donald Trump, once riding high in the world of real estate and casinos, faces a crisis that could destroy everything. His flagship properties are burdened by mountains of debt, and his golden brand is on the verge of collapse. Bankers are knocking on his door, demanding repayment that he can't deliver. It seems like the end of an empire until something unexpected happens. How did Trump go from inheriting a family fortune to facing near financial ruin, and then climb back to build an even bigger name for himself? Let's rewind the clock and find out how Donald Trump got rich. Long before Donald Trump became a household name, his grandfather Friedrich Trump arrived in the United States from Germany in 1885. A young immigrant with big dreams, Friedrich tried his luck in the American West, running restaurants and hotels during the Klondike Gold Rush. While his initial fortune wasn't enormous, Friedrich laid the groundwork for a Trump family tradition in real estate and hospitality that would eventually shape Donald's life. Friedrich Trump's son Fred Trump took that family ambition to new heights. After Friedrich passed away when Fred was just a teenager, Fred stepped up to help support the family. He got involved in carpentry and construction, eventually building single-family homes and small residential buildings in Brooklyn and Queens. By the mid-20th century, he'd become a successful New York real estate developer known for constructing affordable housing for middle-class families, aided in part by government-backed loans. From modest homes to large apartment complexes, Fred steadily grew the family enterprise. By the time Donald Trump was a child, the Trump name already carried weight in New York's real estate circles. Born in 1946, Donald John Trump grew up with a keen awareness of the family business. His father, Fred, taught him the basics of real estate, deal-making, and personal branding from a young age. Donald attended the New York Military Academy as a teenager, where he developed discipline and leadership skills. Afterward, he studied at Fordham University for 2 years, then transferred to the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, known for its business program. Graduating in 1968, he was ready to join his father in the family's thriving real estate enterprise. In the early 1970s, Donald officially entered the family business. But he had bigger plans than just building affordable housing in the outer boroughs. Manhattan glitzy, glamorous Manhattan was where he set his sights. At this point, he showed that he wasn't just following in Fred's footsteps. He intended to blaze his own trail. Donald Trump's first major deal in Manhattan was the transformation of the Commodore Hotel next to Grand Central Station. Partnering with the Hyatt Hotel Corporation, he negotiated substantial tax breaks from New York City, renovated the property, and reopened it as the Grand Hyatt in 1980. This deal put him on the map as a savvy young developer who could pull off complicated negotiations and generate citywide buzz. But his defining statement piece would soon overshadow all else: Trump Tower. Completed in 1983 on Fifth Avenue, this luxury skyscraper combined high-end retail space, exclusive residential units, and a flashy Trump signature style. Inside, it featured a grand atrium wrapped in marble and brass, quickly becoming a symbol of 1980s New York extravagance. With the success of Trump Tower fueling his ambitions, Donald Trump looked beyond Manhattan. In Atlantic City, New Jersey, a haven for casino gambling, he saw a chance to conquer a new industry. Over the next several years, he acquired and built major casino properties like the Trump Plaza, Trump Castle, and the grandiose Trump Taj Mahal. Each property carried the now famous Trump branding, complete with glitz, gold, and an aura of exclusivity. This era also saw expansions into airlines, the short-lived Trump Shuttle, football, the ill-fated USFL team, the New Jersey Generals, and other ventures. With every deal he closed and every new property he stomped his name on, his public persona grew louder and more confident. But while Donald Trump's appetite for deals seemed insatiable, the economic winds began to shift. By the late 1980s and early 1990s, a recession tightened the credit markets. Real estate values declined, and high-interest loans weighed heavily on Trump's empire. His Atlantic City casinos, financed by massive debts, became enormous liabilities as revenue fell short of projections. Before he knew it, Trump found himself in a precarious position, owing billions of dollars to various banks and bondholders. The golden brand he had so carefully cultivated was tarnished. His image as a master dealmaker was at risk. To survive, Trump negotiated with his creditors to restructure his debts. He sold off assets, cut deals with banks to extend loan repayment schedules, and worked tirelessly to maintain control of his core properties, especially Trump Tower. It was a high-wire act, but by the mid-1990s, he managed to climb out of the hole. Though his reputation took a temporary hit, he emerged wiser about debt, branding, and the art of survival in business. In 2004, another stroke of genius catapulted Trump's celebrity to new heights: The Apprentice. The reality TV show turned the boardroom into primetime entertainment, with Trump at the center, famous for his catchphrase, "You're fired." The show's success anchored his brand firmly in popular culture and introduced him to millions of households that only knew him from headlines. Despite his business achievements and media stardom, Trump had shown intermittent interest in politics over the decades. But in June 2015, he officially announced his candidacy for President of the United States. Initially met with skepticism, he tapped into voter dissatisfaction, deploying his media-savvy instincts to capture headlines and dominate news cycles. In 2016, he shocked the political world by winning the Republican nomination and, ultimately, the presidency. Serving as the 45th president from 2017 to 2021, he spent 4 tumultuous years in office, defining an era of political controversy and deep polarization in American society. Regardless of one's political stance, there was no denying that Donald Trump had expanded his brand from real estate into the realm of global politics and evolution nobody would have anticipated decades earlier. The story of how Donald Trump got rich is a testament to ambition, risk-taking, showmanship, and the uncanny ability to keep bouncing back. Whether you see him as a brilliant entrepreneur or a polarizing public figure, there's no denying his impact on real estate, entertainment, and American politics. That's Donald Trump, heir to a family legacy, a survivor of near financial ruin, and the man who proved that sometimes, for better or worse, wealth and power can be just the beginning of a bigger story. From real estate mogul to television star to President of the United States, Donald Trump's journey shows that if you can manage the risks and handle the spotlight, you might just reach the pinnacle of success and the front page of every newspaper in the process. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of iconic lives and unexpected turns.